Yeah. Pull up a chair. Real stories only. No filters. No cap. Staxx in the building. Chattin with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story. Every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chattin with Staxx. Let the truth come out. No fake headlines. No manufactured clout. Just life on the table. Every lesson attached. You might leave change when you're chatting with Staxx. Seen no bikers. Seen ex-cons too. Seen folks rebuild when they thought they were through. Some came from violence. Some came from pain. Some lost everything and got it all back again. Microphone on, let the conversation breathe. Everybody got something hidden up they sleeve. Not preaching perfection, not selling the dream. Just showing what survival really means. The streets leave marks that the cameras can't see. Years of hard lessons become history. Some carry regret, some carry pride. Some still fighting demons they can never quite hide. With Staxx, where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story, every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. One guest says prison changes whole view. Another says sobriety pulled them through. One talks motorcycles, another talks faith. Everybody trying to find their place. No Hollywood script, no polished disguise. You can see the truth sitting right in their eyes. The road gets rough, everybody knows, but strength is measured by how far you grow. Some lost brothers, some buried friends. Some hit rock bottom and climb back again. That's why people listen when the stories get deep, because real recognizes real in every scene with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story, every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Connecticut Rideout turning violent and a motorcyclist getting stabbed with a screwdriver. Crazy situation. There's a lot of crazy headlines around the country, too. I want to let you guys know what's going on there. Some real crazy shit going on. So, if you guys aren't subscribed, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit a Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single dollar. Goes right back into the show so I can bring you the dopest content possible. I'm going to be getting some in-person interviews done soon. Bring you guys a different aspect of things, you know. I have all the equipment to do it, so I might as well start doing it, right? Hey, Christopher, what's going on? Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Herman, good afternoon. How are you? Hey, Pavle. How are you, man? Best show on YouTube. Punch approved. Shout out to Punch. Wilson, how are you, man? Thank you guys all for joining me today. So, there's some crazy shit going on. If you guys don't know, last night, there was a report of a man with a rocket launcher at Terminal C at LaGuardia Airport. Like what? It says they issued at LaGuardia Airport in NYC last night reports of a man armed with a portable rocket launcher at Terminal C. Oncoming flights were warned to use extreme caution by the air traffic controller. That's crazy. Reports of a man with a rocket launcher. Like, you can't make this up, right? In other news, there was a man in Meriden, Connecticut. He was killed by police after assaulting his father with a baseball bat. This happened on July 19, 2026. Meriden Police Department officers responded to multiple 911 calls reporting a domestic dispute incident involving a weapon. When officers arrived, the first officer arrived on the scene. He observed a 38-year-old man, Robert Lee Jenkins III, striking a 69-year-old Robert Jenkins Jr. in the head with a baseball bat. While the victim lay motionless on the front lawn, the officer issued multiple commands for Jenkins to stop and drop the bat. He did not comply and continued the assault, striking the victim at least 8 times. The officer discharged his service weapon multiple times, and he was struck. Eventually, he dropped to the ground after like 8 shots, I think it was. But that's crazy. That's his own father. I mean, what the hell is this world coming to? There's a lot of news out there. Did you guys hear about this? CT is crazy these days. Chief, what's up, man? Johnny Weed Seeds in the building. Thank you for joining me. I don't know what's in the water lately in Connecticut, but something is. So in New Haven, motorcyclist died. And let's see here. Gone too soon. New Haven mourns Omar Ryan after tragic motorcycle crash. Claims beloved father's life. And you guys remember this one. I reported on this. It's when that 3-wheeled, forgot, it's called a slingshot. When it flipped over. Remember I reported on that one? The city of New Haven is mourning the heartbreaking loss of 34-year-old Omar Ryan, whose life was cut short in a tragic motorcycle crash. I wouldn't call that a motorcycle, but I guess so. That left his family, friends, and community remembering a man whose compassion and positivity touched countless lives. Ryan was found dead on July 11th after authorities responded to a crash on State Street in New Haven. According to police, he was discovered beneath a slingshot-style 3-wheeled motorcycle that crashed into the gate of a nearby building. Investigators have not released additional details regarding what caused the collision, and the circumstances surrounding the crash remain under investigation. While the incident brought a sudden and tragic end to his life, those who knew Ryan said his legacy will be defined not by the way he died, but by the way he lived. In an online obituary, loved ones describe Ryan as someone whose warm generosity, unwavering kindness left a lasting impression on everyone fortunate enough to know him. He had a kind spirit, warm heart that drew people to him. Obituary reads, friends and family remembered the infectious smile and remarkable ability to brighten even the darkest days. Whether spending time with family, encouraging friends through difficult moments, or simply sharing a laugh, Ryan was known for making others feel valued and welcome. His presence, they said, brought comfort, joy, and genuine friendship to those around him. He was born on April 10, 1992 in New Haven. Ryan spent his life deeply connected to the community he called home. He graduated from Wilbur Cross High School in 2010 before continuing his education at Gateway Community College. So rest in peace, sending prayers out to his family. It's terrible that motorcycle accidents are tragic, right? Happen like boom, and then your whole life has changed. I mean, there's people that watch their family drive away on their bikes or ride away on their bikes, right? And they never come home. So just be careful out there if you're riding. Sometimes people don't care about the roads, right? So there is the Jolly Rogers MC Bike Fest coming up July 25th. Jolly Rogers Motorcycle Club brings Bike Fest 2026 back to Griots Garage flagship store in Tacoma. Gathering gives motorcycle owners and enthusiasts an opportunity to view bikes, connect in the regional riding community. Griot's Garage hosts an automotive shows and club gatherings throughout this summer. So go check them out. It's out of Tacoma, I believe Washington, right? Let's see. Oh, we got more news too coming up about in the next coming days about Joshy Boy here. It's pretty shocking news too. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise, but you guys are gonna be shocked when you hear this one. I was shocked, and it takes a lot to get me shocked, right? So, Medford man killed in motorcycle crash. Here, I got a video for you guys. I'm gonna let these things play, and then I'll play it. Hit that like button.
Good evening. I'm Griffin Wright.
And I'm Heidi Paxson Garcia. Thanks for joining us tonight. The search for a Medford man ended in tragedy yesterday after he was reported missing from his job.
Officials say 56-year-old Scott Williams was found dead after a motorcycle crash on County Road M. According to a Facebook post from the Taylor County Sheriff's Office, his body was found in a deep ditch east of Perkinstown. County EMS say he died at the scene.
Deputies believe Williams was traveling east when he went off the road and was thrown from his motorcycle. That investigation is still ongoing.
That's crazy because if no one's around, right? Nobody knows you crashed. You go off the road, you crash your bikes. Nobody knows. Your bike's just laying in the woods. You're laying in the woods like, damn, nobody even knows I'm here. So that shit's crazy too. Can you imagine? So there was a huge bust, if you guys aren't aware, up in Canada. But they're not saying what clubs are involved. It's kind of weird. We'll get back to that one. But Sin City Disciples Motorcycle Club, a member was just sentenced. Sin City Disciples member sentenced to 72 months in prison for racketeering conspiracy. Heman Ramanol Allen, age 52, Chicago, Illinois, was sentenced in the United States District Court after pleading guilty to racketeering conspiracy charges announced by the U.S. Attorney. He was sentenced to 72 months in prison, followed by 1 year supervised release. According to the indictment, Sin City Disciples, originally formed in 1967 in Gary, Indiana, is an outlaw motorcycle organization, it says. I mean, I'm surprised they're not calling it a gang here, right? In which the members are associated to engage in acts of violence, extortion, narcotics distribution in the Northern District of Indiana and elsewhere. The defendant was the leader of the outlaw organization called Sin City Disciples and will serve 6 years in prison for crime of racketeering conspiracy. The organization's members and associates have engaged in acts of violence, extortion, distribution in the Northern District of Indiana and elsewhere since originally formed in 1967. The defendant, he was promoted to regional president, overseeing all the chapters in Illinois and Indiana. During the participation in the racketeering conspiracy, he participated in multiple predicated acts of racketeering, including possession with intent to distribute cocaine and other controlled substances, and that of extortion of another motorcycle club in Indiana. This prosecution is part of Homeland Security Task Force that's brought blah, blah, blah. So he'll spend 72 months in prison. I mean, how long is that? what is that, 7 years, 6 years, something like that. It's not that long. I mean, Mile High Magic, what's good, man? Thank you for joining me today. Let me get this. All right, this is crazy. They don't name the motorcycle club, but it's a pretty big bust, right? I will find out. Drug bust uncovers 14 cell phones, hundreds of pills, and outlaw motorcycle club material during traffic stop. What began as a routine police investigation quickly escalated into a major drug seizure after officers reportedly uncovered suspected narcotics and dozens of cell phones and materials linked to outlaw motorcycle clubs inside the vehicle, leading to the arrest of 2 individuals. According to police, officers located and seized what they believed to be crack cocaine, 212 pills, 14 cell phones, materials associated with outlaw motorcycle gangs. During the investigation, authorities have not publicly identified the specific motorcycle club involved or disclosed the nature of the materials they recovered. The discovery has prompted an ongoing investigation into whether the items were connected to the drug trafficking or the organized criminal activity. That's a bad thing. I mean, they get caught with their patches next to a bunch of product like that. It's not good. Police have also not released details about how the vehicle initially came to their attention or the circumstances that led to officers' conduct to search the vehicle. Information regarding their identities of the 2 suspects, their ages, or where the arrest took place. So that's what they do in Canada, right? That's why they're corrupt as hell up there. They don't give you no information. They're like, we're not going to tell you shit. We're just going to tell you someone got arrested. And so they got caught with motorcycle club paraphernalia and a bunch of product, but we're not going to tell you who they are, how old they are, where it happened, anything like that. So it's just crazy. The math ain't mathing over here, right? Like I told you, more police officers have been arrested in Canada than motorcycle club members in a year. So you do the math. Who's the problem up there? So they did not release any details publicly. The seizure of 14 cell phones has drawn particular attention as investigators frequently examine multiple communication devices during drug trafficking investigations to determine whether they were used to coordinate sales, communicate with customers or associates, or facilitate a broader criminal operation. Now, that's the bad thing. You get caught with all these cell phones. They start looking through it, and they track everything you've done. So even if you haven't got caught by the police for anything major, right? They just look at the cell phone and see what you've been doing, and they get everything you did. Every place you've been, everyone you talk to, the things you talk to them about, it's bad. So they found 412 pills recovered during a search have not yet been publicly identified. No shit. Don't you say they haven't identified them. Police have not announced whether laboratory testing has confirmed suspected crack cocaine or revealed the extent of the quantity that was seized. Authorities similarly declined to elaborate on the outlaw motorcycle gang material found inside the vehicle, leaving unanswered questions about whether the items included clothing, patches, documents, or other evidence. They also have not indicated whether the suspects are alleged members or associates of a club. So they're not giving any information. They just said 2 individuals were caught with club paraphernalia and a bunch of product in a car, and they arrested them. That's it. They're not saying where it happened, how old they are, what club it is, what region it had, nothing. They're not giving any information. Law enforcement agencies across Canada and the United States have long investigated organized crime groups involving narcotics trafficking, in some cases involving individuals alleged to have connections to outlaw motorcycle clubs. However, police emphasize that this investigation, this particular case, remains active and no addition. I know why they're not giving information. It just hit me because they don't want people to know there's probably a rat in the club, right? There's probably a police officer in the club, and they don't want to expose them. So they want to keep it quiet. I mean, it makes sense, don't it? So it says no additional details have been released as investigators continue to review evidence, forensic examination, and seized cell phones and other materials could provide further insight into the scope of alleged criminal activity. Anyone charged with criminal offenses presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. They're not saying anything because they want to keep it quiet so they can continue with their bullshit, right? That sounds about right. Sounds about what they do. So we talked about yesterday the big bust that they did in where was it? New Zealand. So now they're seizing a bunch of things up there. This is a Australian patch, but it's just a reference, right? It says police go to Canterbury gang members' account. Police have already seized the leading Comancheros gang member's Range Rover and his Harley-Davidson motorbike and $55,000 in cash he kept in a laundry basket beside his table. Now they're going after his account. His name's Kiwi Saver. That's his last name, I guess. His name's Bolstad. He was jailed for 8 years and 8 months in February for supplying methamphetamine and cocaine, supplying an associate with a firearm, participation in an organized criminal group. He ran a rural drug supply network for the Comancheros motorcycle gang and the Christchurch chapter, in which they rolled up when police arrested all the patched members. So they arrested everybody in the club. Alongside the criminal prosecutions, Comancheros, the police have been going after the multi-million-dollar assets under the criminal proceedings. So they're seizing everything. So far, they have seized millions of dollars in cash, property, and luxury vehicles. These assets include $3.7 million mansion in the Half Moon Bay in Auckland, 3 gold-plated motorcycles. 3 gold-plated motorcycles. You believe that shit? 3 gold-plated motorcycles, which ended up in a crusher. So they crushed the motorcycles. In Bolstad's case, police have told the high court that he made about $750,000 from his drug dealing and that he was liable to have his assets confiscated to ensure the crime doesn't pay. They have already made applications to the high court for restraining orders over the Land Rover, the Harley-Davidson motorcycles, Bolstad's bank account, $45,000 in cash, found in a laundry basket at his house, $10,000 he kept on his bedside table. Total value of Bolstad's property, already subject to restraining orders, is about $92,500. In the high court application, police now have applied for the contents of his account, his Fisher Funds account. The account contains $43,000 in October 2024. This was less than the amount of cash found in his house. Bolstad played a key role in distribution large amounts of cash, cocaine, methamphetamine, and Southland. He joined the gang in 2023 and quickly rose through the ranks, becoming treasurer of the Christchurch chapter in 2024. And again, this Christchurch chapter has nothing to do with church. This is just the name of the town, I guess, where they are. When he was sentenced, Justice Jonathan Eaton said the High Court at Christchurch that Bolstad had been described by the chapter sergeant of arms as one of the main guys. So obviously they had people cooperating in this case, right? The court heard he frequented gang meetings in Christchurch, but lived in Tumeru, where he ran drug supply network. He was involved in distribution of 3.5 kilograms of methamphetamine and cocaine. Bolstad also had an important link in the chain of drug supply between Auckland and Christchurch. He's serving his sentence in Christchurch Men Prison. You see, there's a prison with the same name. He was served with papers in April advising him that police were taking action to confiscate his account. He has not taken any steps to oppose the move, nor has he appointed a lawyer to argue against it in court. They were granted a restraining order over the account. Police are expected to apply for the forfeiture order in due course, which means it gets handed over to the Crown permanently, and they just keep it. So these guys are getting all their money taken from them. It sucks for them, right? Who else we got in here? Virginia Chaos, what's going on, man? How are you? Ken, caught by a rat. Keep quiet, and if they can make them new rats. No Grow, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Make sure you guys go check out Patreon. I got some new videos dropping over there. Let's see here. We got another video for you. I gotta wait for these commercials. Hit that like button.
And that is like the biggest, most accurate description of him. There is nothing that man did that he did not do. It was 120% conviction.
I think remembering him and how he was so selfless and how he cared deeply for everybody is a good, just, I think, lesson for us to take moving forward, and to be more like Aiden.
I think this kid died in a motorcycle crash, if I'm not mistaken. Or he was on a motorcycle or a bike when he crashed or something. No, there's nothing else about them trying to sue me. They can't sue me. Everything I was saying was true. So when you speak the truth and you have in the description of the video that it's satire for entertainment purposes only, they can't sue me for what? They're like, take that shit down before we sue you. Yeah, still up. So what happened? I didn't get it. Right? Like, look, here's their video right here. Right?
All right, Bill Staxx, this is for you. You got a couple days to take down the fake you've been saying. And if you don't, we're going to sue you. And that's a fact. So take that down and stop spreading false information. God bless, mother. God bless, mother.
That didn't take nothing down, so what's next? Come on, sue me. I wish you would. Someone else said they were going to sue me too. Come on, bring it. Fucking sue happy ass people. I don't know what's wrong with people these days. But anyway, this crazy situation. Let me see here. So there's a new article about Satan's Choice. If you guys don't know, Satan's Choice holding a soft launch party for the new band clubs continues as Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club officially announced a launch of a new chapter in Woodstock, Ontario, making another milestone in the club's modern revival. The organization recently hosted what describes as a soft launch party to introduce its newest chapter, bringing together members, supporters, invite guests to celebrate the expansion. The event represents another step in the club's effort to rebuild its presence as returning under the Satan's Choice name in recent years. Founded in Ontario in 1965, Satan's Choice grew into one of Canada's most influential motorcycle clubs during the 60s and 70s. At its peak, the club established chapters throughout Ontario to become dominant force in the province motorcycle club culture. Over the decades, however, the club underwent significant changes. Many former chapters ultimately aligned with the Hells Angels during the late 90s and early 2000s, effectively bringing the original era of Satan's Choice to an end. Years later, historic name has returned when Harley Gwendon and other members revived the club, emphasizing its Canadian roots and heritage. Since its relaunch, Satan's Choice has steadily expanded with new chapters, while also focusing on protecting its identity. Earlier this year, the club announced that Satan's Choice name has officially been registered. The move intended to help preserve the brand and combat the growing number of fake social media accounts, unauthorized use of the club's identity online. Because there is a lot of fucking people trying to capitalize off this, right? I heard of fake pages selling patches. And there's really, if they didn't own the name, there was really nothing they could do, right? In addition to the Woodstock chapter, signals the revival continues to gain momentum. While it describes the soft launch, the gathering serves as both a celebration and a public introduction to the new chapter to the broader motorcycle community. The expansion comes at a time when Ontario continues to have one of the most active motorcycle club landscapes in Canada, with numerous independent clubs, traditional riding clubs, law enforcement, designated outlaw motorcycle clubs operating throughout the province. Although Satan's Choice name carries decades of history, today's organization is writing a new chapter of its own. With the expansion, renewed visibility, events like the Woodstock launch demonstrates the club's continued efforts to establish its presence while honoring the legacy that has stretched back nearly 60 years. Whether a Woodstock chapter becomes a long-standing part of the history remains to be seen. But its opening marks another notable moment in the ongoing evolution of one of Canada's most recognized motorcycle club names. And I've seen a bunch of videos of them doing things for the community, so shout out to them. They're doing good things. And they expanded to New Jersey. These guys are in New Jersey now. They have a website. And they're out there wearing their patches. So, but if you guys don't know, Connecticut has a bike night, right? The real page is selling patches too, Big Dog says. Nah, they don't. Go ahead, buy one then. Buy one then. So we're going to talk about Connecticut's Rideout. Crazy situation happened. So, man, juvenile charged after motorcyclist allegedly stabbed with a screwdriver during Rideout in Southington. Southington, Connecticut. A man, a juvenile, are facing charges after alleged disturbance and assault of a 58-year-old motorcyclist in Southington Monday, according to police. Authorities responded around 2 p.m. Monday at the 500 block of Main Street in Plantsville after receiving multiple 911 calls about a large group of people participating in a rideout involving bicycles, e-bikes, mopeds. Callers also told police that the group was obstructing traffic and creating a disturbance along the roadway. And then it started getting crazier, right? Let's see. I had a picture of it. So this is the kid that got arrested, or the man that got arrested. The juvenile is obviously they didn't show his picture, right? Police said they were also told that the motorcyclist was being assaulted. According to police, the investigation determined that members of the group surrounded a 58-year-old motorcyclist when he came to a stop at the roadway. During the encounter, his cell phone was taken. So they're being charged with robbery, too. The cell phone was taken. He was allegedly assaulted by multiple people. One of the people allegedly repeatedly stabbed a 58-year-old man in the back with a screwdriver. The man was taken to an area hospital for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries, police said. Officers arrested 20-year-old Kevin Manuel Rodriguez of Waterbury and a 13-year-old juvenile from Cheshire in connection with the incident, police said. Rodriguez was charged with first-degree criminal attempt to commit assault, first-degree conspiracy to commit assault, second-degree assault, first-degree conspiracy to commit robbery, second-degree riot, unlawful assembly, second-degree threatening, second-degree breach of peace. Rodriguez is being held on a $500 cash bond or cash surety. He's scheduled to appear in New Britain Superior Court on Tuesday. The juvenile is charged with first-degree robbery, first-degree conspiracy to commit robbery, fourth-degree larceny, third-degree assault, second-degree riot, unlawful assembly, and 2 counts of breach of peace. The juvenile was transported to Hartford Juvenile Detention Center, and that's not a fun place. I've been there before, where he's being held. The juvenile's identity has not yet been released, and most likely they're probably going to charge him as an adult, and that sucks. Hey, we got a new member. Thank you, man. Appreciate you getting a membership. I got a lot of content dropping. Popcorn, what's good? Or Ken, how are you? What's good, man? Thank you for joining us. Now, is it a Phillips or a flathead screwdriver? I don't know. It doesn't say. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. I'm going to be dropping some new videos. I put one on Patreon already. There's an interview dropping tonight. You don't want to miss it. It's pretty crazy. It's with Ray Blanco. And I got a lot of interviews dropping with Popcorn, Pee Wee, Mike Lynch. The documentary's coming soon. So I got a lot of stuff in the works. Don't miss Ray Blanco tonight at 10 o'clock. And if you want to see it now, just join the membership and you'll be able to check it out. I got a lot of interviews dropping. I got one with Larry Rolla. Shout out to Larry Rolla. Go check out his channel. And I'm going to be getting some in-person interviews done. And what's today? Wednesday. Saturday, I will be at Brian's Angels to help out. I will be there at 10 a.m. on Center Street in Bristol. If you're in the area, come check me out. I'll be there till like 1 o'clock, 10 to 1. So come check me out on Center Street in Bristol. I appreciate all you guys. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now, accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.